Hello everyone, Schizomanic here to bring you Occultic 9 episode, I believe, 4 review. I'm going to start trying to get these out the day the episode comes out. It's just procrastination because of the way Occultic 9 is structured. I think the best way to describe Occultic 9 is that it's structured pretty similar to Dora with even less information. A lot of people are like, I still don't know what the fuck is going on, which is understandable, so I'm going to try to break some things down for you in this episode. First things first, we get a lot of small tidbits of things to understand while still not understanding the main plot. That's really what it is. It's kind of that's why I say it's like Dora, because Dora doesn't have a main plot. Dora didn't really get a main plot until like maybe halfway through. Actually, the main plot was just created through an event that happened like a third of the way through Dora. So here's the situation. Galmon is paranoid because he's been pretty much inducted into a murder case by accident, complete accident, because he runs an occult website blog for the sake of making money and being popular. He has the two girls that are with him, one of which is a famous fortune teller. The other one is just kind of a weird girl that appeared to him out of nowhere, who decided to help him out on his ventures. One of the girls, Miyu, I think, is her name, Miyu or Miyuki. Her whole thing is that she can see the future, so she thinks that if something in the future told her that you should stick with Gamon for whatever reason. That's besides the fucking point. As far as the current situation is now, we have the murder case going on. That Gamon and the young-looking detective have both kind of linked to this girl's boys love dojin, Ririka, which I have confirmed is her fucking name, which is the girl in the purple outfit who draws, but it's kind of creepy, and we don't really know why. And now we have the situation where there's this giant mass suicide, quote unquote, or occultic. Actually, no one knows the reason. The point is, there's like over 200 dead bodies in a fucking lake, which happened to be the lake that she was drawing at when the detective was interrogating her. In this episode, we get pretty much small little details. One, that Sumikaze and Miyuki know each other. For whatever reason, I don't know why they don't know each other. Sarai knows Gamon because he's the owner of the Kitty Kitty blog, which apparently is gaining a lot of attention because even Sumikaze wants to meet him. So that's it seems like the blog that Gamon runs is going to be kind of the drawing point, because Sarai is interested, which is the son of Hagashi, who was the dude who died that kickstarted every fucking thing. The girl in his radio doesn't talk unless it's just them together, although the dynamic seems to be the stereotypical, I'm going to help you out, but I'm not going to give you any context to anything why I'm helping you out. Gamon is also handling this like a stereotypical child would, where he freaks out because, obviously you witnessed a fucking murder and he hasn't manned up about it yet. Apparently, there's also the whole thing about him going around and trying various locks with the key. It's something he's going to have to do. It seems like he's not using much deductive reasoning, and he's also putting up a front in front of his friends, pretending like everything's perfectly fine. That's why he won't link it to the occult. He links the deaths to like mass suicide, in that, because that's really like that whole long string of sentences he was saying in the episode. It's essentially him just explaining that they all probably were people, and this was a thing in Dora too. This was like in the first episode of Dora. Some people just want to die, and you rather die in groups than by yourself because of the fear of dying by yourself. And his whole thing was like, well, if it's a group of people, it kind of sets a certain mood. So I think people be more willing to kill themselves if they're in a group. That's why they call it a mass suicide. So his whole, but the interesting thing is that on the blog, instead of posting bullshit and roundup information like he does because the Kitty Kitty blog's whole point is to grab a whole bunch of cult information and make it like readable and digestible to the viewer, which is ironic as fuck considering the anime is almost the opposite of that. It's fucking ridiculous. This is the first time he posted his own real opinion as a blog post. The other interesting thing we hear is that people are like, well, what the fuck is probably up with the weird guy in the black outfit that we see? Well, essentially, we find out that the gap in between when she realized her brother was dead and her becoming this like black shop curse dealer, she met the spirit of a dead man. Now, we don't know much about this dead man. We just know that this dead man wanders the world because he's dead and he has nothing better else to do, and he stopped her from committing suicide and tricked her into believing that he's some sort of devil, which means he's not really a devil, but I don't know what he's gaining from this. I don't know why he bothers to put her in a position, which then brings up the question, well, what does he must have found something he wants done, and he's using her to get that. But it is also revealed in that flashback that she's the one who suggests running a black market shop to do curses, but she has no intentions of killing anyone, as we've heard in earlier episodes. So at some point in time, the dynamic changed from running a black market curse shop with, I don't even know what the original intentions were. She was still obsessed with her brother, so I don't see what the difference is, unless he gave her some type of false hope that you can maybe speak to your dead brother if you keep doing this shit. There's not too much to go on. The detective isn't shown at all in this episode. This episode mainly takes place in the bar with the weird manager Miyuki, Gamon, and Ryotas, who at this point feels like fan service fodder because she does nothing in this episode except maybe ask questions and just kind of bounce around for bullshit ass fan service. Still don't know if that gun that she shoots is actually like a legit gun or not, because he's still like, don't zap me with it. But I don't know that like what the gun's supposed to be in the context of the anime. We also get a little bit more understanding of the background behind the radio and why Gamon has the radio. It's like we thought it was. He got the radio from his dad. His dad was like, you can put it on different frequencies, and if I die, I'll come back as a ghost DJ and you can speak to me. Pretty much he keeps the radio as a memento from his father. That's the kind of short thing. So, and I might do like and if you guys want me to, please leave in the comment section below, put out some likes or dislikes. If you guys want me to post like a current situation for like the current positions of all the characters and how they're related to each other in Occultic 9. If you don't want me to, then just tell me. But I will do that just to help out the situation, because it's kind of confusing, and it's kind of like how Duroth does the whole ridiculous amount of dialogue. The same thing with Monogatari series. You do a ridiculous amount of dialogue, but it really amounts to I love you, I hate you, you're a dick, fuck you. Like, it amounts to like simple phrases. It's like, I believe it's a mass suicide because people are sheep and they will follow a group if it's a group big enough, which is what Gamon thinks it is. Even though he's still wandering around trying to fit keys in the keyholes. And Sarai is apparently interested because I guess the blog has done something. It's either because of the blog Gamon wrote is the reason why Sarai wants to get in touch with him. Although it kind of brings up the question, how is Gamon that easily recognizable, considering I don't think he has photos on his thing. Like, Gamon's right now somewhere between a mixture of like smart-ish, because he's still also paranoid about being caught, because there is evidence that he was there. He could easily be blamed for the murder of Sarai's father. Although he doesn't know Sarai at this point in time, which I guess we'll find out more. We don't know the situation with Chi-chan. Obviously, I don't think it's as simple as she's a part of the suicide like she might be worrying about. But there's obviously something more there. We didn't see Eureka at all this episode. We didn't see Young Detective. It's just a weird mixture of events, and obviously if it's like anything like Dura, we're gonna get that culmination episode where shit's gonna immediately start making more sense. But that's just the general stuff I've gathered from the episode. That the demon that is surrounding, I believe her name was Rhea, isn't really a demon. It's just a dead guy who did her a favor by stopping her from committing suicide, and also for some reason convinced her. Also decided to work with her in running this black market curse shop. So there's small bits and pieces of stuff in there. It also reminds me that the Miyuki stuff was probably rushed in the beginning, because I feel like that probably could have been a few episodes. And the fast-paced talking only happens, I've noticed, when Gamon is trying to be normal. He's obviously still kind of freaked out and traumatized from the whole event. And I think even Ryotas can sense that. It's kind of obvious that Ryotas is going to be his emotional ground. They even mimic each other in terms of poses in the middle of the episode when he's talking about something. He points up into the air, and Ryotas happens to be doing a similar action from like across the screen. There's like some sync with them, and Ryotas is probably very plot important. Knowing her luck, she's probably some type of supernatural being. And because they don't explain that fucking gun, it makes it very likely for me to believe she's a supernatural being. But what do you guys think? Please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. Sorry about these late uploads. I need to get better with this shit. I apologize. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Schizomaniac. Life's a game. Play to win. And I will catch you guys Saturday for episode 5 review. I mean it this time, god damn it. Consistency. Thy name is Schizomaniac. Although I am crazy, so I'm highly inconsistent.